Hello.
Hi, Lulu. Can I tell you like how excited it is for me just to say hi, Lulu, like on this show, like how huge that is for me. So for listeners of Just the Zoo of Us, I am talking to the one and only goddess of science communication. I feel like Lulu Miller. Hi, Lulu.
I'm here to disappoint you and break all the break all the hopes. And really show you my real self. That is so kind. I am so happy to be here with you, Ellen. Like I love the show. I love it so much. And I feel like kindred spirits.
To give people a little peek behind the curtains, as I've mentioned to you now, I grew up on Radiolab. I feel like it shaped me. It made me who I am as a person. Radiolab really expanded my worldview in so many ways and just shaped the way that I like thought about the world and thought about science. I felt like it made it so accessible to me. And your work on some of those episodes of Radiolab that were so like formative and influential to me. Can I tell you, one of the stories that you worked on that I literally have thought about every single week for like 15 years was the story of the bus stop for the Alzheimer's patients.
Yeah.
Literally, I think about that like probably once a week. I think about that episode.
That was one of the ones working on. Well, first of all, it means so much to hear that. I mean, I think like the hope of just something going out on the airwaves and reaching like what you were in your teens or.
I would have been a teenager, yeah.
Yeah, like
literally on my mom's iPod.
I'm just or you're one in a chain, I'm one in a chain. I mean, Radiolab found me when I was in my early 20s. It had just started, but it was like a similar, you're showing me that the world is less narrow than I am currently being told it is. And I want to get in there and make that. And if any of the work I could do could help you feel that, that's amazing. And that bus stop one, though, I remember working. I mean, my grandpa had Alzheimer's and was wandering and was like unsafe. And so you're thinking, okay, what do you do? What are the options here? Do you like lock him away? Do you, tell him, no, you're not in 1942, Grandpa? And then this was this place that like installed a bus stop outside the old folks' home, and they thought that they could run away, and they were just waiting for a bus that never came, and then they'd sit there and people would sit with them and they'd come. And I just thought like it was the first time I had heard of using this kind of benevolent deception, but for good. And it's complicated, but I think increasingly with like dementia and Alzheimer's, there is a more intentional practice around like, let me meet you where you are.
I feel like the work on that story had a huge impact on me and like my relationship to like communicating with other people. So Radiolab obviously means everything to me, and I'm so excited to get to talk to you. But this project that you're working on now with Terrestrials, I feel like is so perfect for people like me who grew up with Radiolab and now have kids of their own that they want to share that like joy with. Because Radiolab, sometimes some of the content can be a little bit, is a little bit more geared towards adults. So now there's Terrestrials for people like me who want to have the Radiolab experience and also have like a 5-year-old in the car. So for people who haven't listened to it before, could you introduce us to Terrestrials?
Yes, so happily. Yeah. So it's the family show out of Radiolab that's all about nature and mostly all about animals. And so we basically every episode talk about one animal and tell a story that sounds like a fairy tale, but is 100% true. We fact check every episode. We like teach you fun facts along the way, but always through narrative. It's like we always try to make the animal the main character who crosses the paths of different humans. And then we cut it down and we sound design it. We do the whole Radiolab thing. And then the really fun new addition is that I started working with a great friend of mine, Alan, who hadn't even been in radio, but he writes original songs for every episode, and he's just a little hit maker. He's so great. And so it's like Radiolab meets like a dash of School of Rock, meets like Wild Kratts or something. I don't know.
And that's such a great way, I feel like, to make science so much more like approachable and engaging and fun. And just from like the perspective of like what's going to stick in your memory.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many old Schoolhouse Rock songs I've got stuck in my head.
Music is hooky. Totally. We did in another episode, he created this thing called the chromosome do-si-do about how like chromosomes recombine. And it was so visual. And like, that's why you can't like a horse and a donkey can't recombine because the chromosomes films don't add up. And
Oh, I love that.
so yeah, the goal is, the other secret goal is like try to make it a family car show. So I love that you talked about listening to it with your kids in the car, because like we don't want to be intolerable for parents. We want it to be like some, the 5-year-old will get something, the 12-year-old might not hate it, and actually hopefully the parents like it too. Like, yes, we sing a couple times, but we try not to be patronizing and want it to be actually enjoyable. Like just for anyone who wants to take a nature walk and see that the world is still a little less known than they think.
Yeah. And obviously, like the sound design, obviously you're putting the magic into it. Like it's such an immersive experience to listen to Terrestrials. And the episode that we wanted to share with just the Zoo of Us listeners this week is such a charming and delightful episode that we both felt like was so perfect for right now, because it's Pride Month. We've got the 4th of July coming up. Everything like about this story is so like right now. Lulu, could you tell me what drew you to the story of the Bald Eagle Trio?
I mean, yeah. So it's like, I love that we're doing this in honor, like right before the 250 anniversary of USA. And we're going to be examining our national icon, our symbol, our official national mascot, And
in a way that people don't expect it to be. Like
exactly.
Breaking all of the rules of how people expect bald eagles to behave.
It's a story about what the bald eagle is actually like behind our sort of cemented image on the quarter. And what drew me to this story was, I think it was just this incredible tale, an actual story about the creature that I would have never believed. It went against everything I was taught about bald eagles, the most vicious predators in the sky. What we as a nation, like literally emblazoned on our war buttons and warships to say, like, we will fight to the death to defend our territory. And while there's some truth to their aggression and all that, there's this other softer side to them. I was following the story as it was happening in real time, and it was recorded on camera, something that people didn't think could ever happen. I don't want to.
I know, right? I'm trying not to spoil too much.
but it was basically something totally that like completely overturned a core belief in science and in patriotism, and I just thought it was great. And then also just this idea of who can be a scientist. Like there's this Indigenous expertise that's a part of the story. And we get to hear from this like hip hop artist, Natani Means, who fills in a long tradition of knowing and wisdom that's kind of like Western science is just catching up on. And so like it worked on all levels, and it's also just really fun. There's like a gripping little action movie in it.
Yeah, you get everything. You get like softness, and you get family life, and you get like tenderness in the love story, but you also get
an attack
and having to like fight to protect your home and stuff. Like there's so much happening here.
Yeah, so that was what drew me to it. And it's just like so lovely, and this reminder that nature will keep surprising us when we look at it. And I can say here, we wanted to call this episode the Threesome. We called it the trio, but in its heart, it's called the threesome.
In so many news coverages of this story, they use the most sanitized language possible. They are very like averse to even describing what's happening.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, it's just these 3 bald eagles that just are tolerating each other's presence.
No, they're full on nesting. They
were roommates.
They're 2 daddies and it's a polyamory situation, and it was enduring for over a decade. It wasn't a fluke. And then as the episode goes on, you'll learn this isn't the only one. We're seeing more and more the more webcams we put up, and cooperative nesting, which is the scientific term for it, where they're sharing care, like all that. It's actually way more common than they think in all kinds of species, but including eagles, and that it makes evolutionary sense too.
Obviously. Once you think about it without the expectation in mind of like parenting works a certain way and like has to look a certain like families look this way by default. Clearly that's the only way that it happens. But once you like set that aside and look at what's actually happening, you're like, oh, this actually makes a lot of sense that they would do it like this.
Yeah. Like human families. It's just like families are flexible. They look different. They're in service of the kids mostly. And that seems to be common across all species, that like there's creativity in how to care. But it's fine. We're getting deep. It's also just It's like a fun, good little yarn. But I don't know. I realized should we do the thing? Should we do the rating? Should we review?
I would love to get a little Lulu's take on rating bald eagles.
Okay, effectiveness, ingenuity, and aesthetics. This has been carefully researched over the last 30 seconds and thought about. Okay, effectiveness, ingenuity, and aesthetics. Okay, you got to give the bald eagle 9 out of 10 effectiveness.
I don't feel like anyone's taking down a bald eagle like at wing.
So they are apex predators.
Also, as someone who has witnessed bald eagles griefing ospreys on the regular, I have seen them bully ospreys out of the sky, which ospreys are like little fighter jets, right?
Oh, yeah.
And a bald eagle is just big and tanky. They can take an osprey. And also, bald eagles are regularly tanking mob attacks from crows. Like the crows in our area love to gang up on bald eagles.
Yeah.
It'll be like 9v1, and the bald eagle is just like mildly inconvenienced.
Yeah, it's just like, and like their vision, eagle eye, that's a real thing. They can see things from so far away. It's 5 times better than a human's. They can see like a rabbit-sized creature from over 3 miles away. So totally great. Largest bird nests, like they have the biggest nests of any known animal, I guess. And they're also, I think what's kind of cool is like, they're pirates, so they'll steal. Not only can they hunt, like they can get like a deer, a duck, or whatever, they can also steal from a smaller bird.
I would argue can and prefer to.
Probably, yeah, right. So it's just like you got the speed, you got the height, you got the size. They are an effective thing. Now, they don't get 10 out of 10 because I would not say that they are the most resilient to human impact, which stinks that has to be a qualifier now. But like you think about things that are just like lichens that are like, oh, it's cool. I'll just,
Yeah, everything's coming up coyote.
Right. Everything's coming up coyote. But like, bless us getting it together to put in some protections. But they've got their vulnerabilities. So they get like, they're specialized, but then that makes them not good as generalists. So I would say they get like 8 out of 10 on all those superlatives. But their very superlative specialist nature weakens them overall. That's why they don't get 10 out of 10.
We can't all be 10s.
Right. Okay. Ingenuity, I'm feeling, again, maybe a little lower. I mean, I like the ingenuity of, like, they're down to be monogamous. They're down to be polyamorous, cooperative. So, like, there's flexibility. That's kind of new.
Romantic problem solvers.
Right. And then they can be scrappy. Like, in Alaska, aren't they just, like, absolute vermin?
I have seen so many people say like, hey, if you're going to Alaska and you want to take photos of bald eagles, go to the dumpster behind McDonald's. Like that is where you will find them.
Right. So I guess in that sense, they're flexible. Like they're like, I'll eat a fresh fish or like I'll eat a dead banana or whatever,
We have bald eagles that nest pretty close to where we live. And my thinking is anything that can withstand being an enemy of the crows. Like if you are the crow's ops, they are putting you through a lot. Like I think they have to be doing something right.
Yeah.
You need like coping strategies.
Totally.
For the crows. Literally the crows would like wait until the bald eagles left the nest. And as soon as an eagle left the nest, 90 crows would just come out of the trees to like pull its tail and just like dive bomb. And I watched a bald eagle be bullied out of the air and land in the middle of the street because this flock of crows were bullying it, and it had to just land in the street and be like, I don't know what to do.
That's wild. Yeah. And okay, so right there, they get some, for however they're doing this, let's give them a nice like 6 out of 5. Like they're not low ingenuity. They're not like a peacock just being like, here's my new thing,
As much as it annoys me that they do steal food from ospreys all the time, because ospreys were my college mascot, so I do feel like I have some loyalty to ospreys.
Aww.
I gotta say, that's not a terrible idea. Why go through the trouble of fishing your own fish when a much more easily bullyable bird
got it. Get it from that. Right.
is catching it for you?
And I also am just learning right now that, okay, so they fly so high and so fast, right? High winds, freezing temperatures means they boast over 7,000 feathers. So they've got like really good, ingenuity, innovative coats.
For sure. Who's doing it like them?
So so you know what? All right. Effectiveness, 8 out of 10. Ingenuity, 6 out of 10. Well, the reason they're getting lower marks is I'm just like, yeah, you're like a scary raptor, like same. There's just so many other ones. Like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like the most innovative.
Other birds are putting up numbers in these areas.
Yeah, exactly. And then aesthetics, I don't know.
How do you feel about the bald eagle aesthetic? Because I really love them. I think they're really great.
Okay, tell me what you love. I think I've been like biased against them by how they've been used in society and in culture. Like, I think I've been like, you just look furrowed and angry.
Yeah.
And so I'm giving you this like 2 out of 10 because I think you just look mean.
Do you think it's oversaturation that is like turning you off to the bald eagle aesthetic?
I do.
Because like it's like you see it all the time. And especially like when you are so used to seeing them in a very tacky sort of application. Like I feel like a lot of times you're seeing them usually against like clip art of an American flag, right?
Right.
It's like usually not the most aesthetically well composed context that you're seeing them in.
On the floor of an Oval Office or something.
You're not usually, you're seeing them in a context that's like, it doesn't look great, but I see them so often just flying around in the woods or flying over. I had the really, really cool experience. I was bird watching with, name drop, Tommy Siegel, artist and bird rocker. And we were bird watching in Seattle. And guess what? A bald eagle flew literally like 20 feet over our head, like did a super low flyby.
And what did you feel?
I don't know if this is my memory filling in blanks, but I feel like we could like feel the gust of wind of like the bald eagle flying by. That was the hypest moment. That was so cool for me. So seeing them in their natural environment and just seeing them flying around in their element, I feel like they're really gorgeous. The white feathers, I feel like, are helping you see the definition of their face really well. Like you can see like a lot of their expression. A bald eagle is doing a lot for me.
Okay, I love that. You know what? Touche. I think you're right. I was rating their aesthetics when they're taken out of context. And you're right. The times I have seen, like I saw one by the river when I used to live in Virginia. And there was this place where we would canoe, we'd do a float trip. And everyone was like, there's a bald eagle nest on this like one tall power line structure. And one time I'd always look, I didn't see it. And then like finally I saw it right as it was returning to the nest. And it was like, the rapid stopped, time stopped. Like it was.
That was your brain taking a screenshot, a core memory.
Okay. It gets like human usage 2 out of 10, aesthetics real in nature 10 out of 10. Wow, you really talked me up. Okay, so there we go.
And do you feel like the vocalizations, the calls are dragging
the calls
them down?
Are so funny. They're so you expect like this like but it's like the meekest little like
they sound like a squeaky bike tire, like an unoiled door hinge or something like that. They sound just like.
But see that actually makes them go up for me because I like a whiplash. I like a whiplash sensation of mighty bird, like funny voice. That's great. Like
we are so back.
Yeah, we're back. So that actually tops them over. And as you will see, if you dare to listen, Alan made a whole song about that funny little sound they make.
Arguably the best part of the eagle for me.
Yeah.
And also like so emblematic of like how people expect the bald eagle to be this really grizzled, aggressive. It's just put up on a pedestal of being the most like, macho, I feel like, bird. But then when you actually hear their voice, they're like,
yeah. It's so great. It's just who it really is inside. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you have changed my mind.
That's what the podcast is all about. It's all about finding your opinion as you're sort of processing it out loud. And I have to also say, for people who are about to listen to Terrestrials, listen to the end, the very end, because in Terrestrials, you guys always, do a fun little post-credits like question scene.
There's some cookies.
All I'm going to say, celebrity cameo.
Yeah, good celeb cameo. I forgot she's in this one. Yeah. We always try to get a like, how are you in here? So yeah, we got a good one in that one. Good tease.
What are you doing here, girl?
Yes.
Well, Lulu, thank you so much for hanging out with me and for letting me share Terrestrials with our listeners.
Yes, thank you.
I think anyone who likes this show is going to like y'all's show. It's hard for me to fathom someone who didn't also like grow up on Radiolab and isn't already like deeply WNYC pilled.
Oh, great. Love it. I love it. Well, thank you. And I can't wait to play Just the Zoo of Us over on Radiolab Land, Terrestrials Land.
The crossover event of the century. They're not ready for it.
Can't wait.
Well, thanks, Lulu. Without further ado, Just the Zoo of Us presents Terrestrials presents the trio.
Yay. 3, 2, 1.
Imagine your skin turned to feathers.
Long, dark brown feathers.
Over 7,000 feathers.
And your arms stretch to over twice the size of your body and catch the wind.
And you're higher than the airplanes.
You're soaring through the clouds.
You're feeling the cold air go through your feathers.
And now your eyes bulge to bigger than your brain, letting you see tiny things from miles away.
If a rabbit's running along the shoreline, you can see that rabbit.
Suddenly, a dark spot in the blue lake beneath you catches your eye and you start dive bombing down.
And you drag your wings along the water of the lake.
Your feet curl and grow talons and you catch a fish, which you then devour with your
very sharp beak.
On your very white head.
You are a bald eagle now.
In our language, we say Wambri.
All right, now is the time when I make you sing the theme song with me.
No, let's do it.
Terrestrials, terrestrials, we are not the worst, we are the...
Oh, the best.
Terrestrials. Yeah! You got it. Terrestrials is a show where we uncover the strangeness waiting right here on Earth and sometimes break out into song.
There's so much to discover when you fly real high. Terrestrials, terrestrials.
So reach out your wings and ride the sky. Terrestrials, terrestrials. Good voice is not required. I am your host, Lulu Miller, joined as always by my song bud,
Tweet, tweet.
Alan.
Hello.
And today, we are talking about the bald eagle. That's right, America's national symbol. You'll find it on quarters and dollar bills and presidential flags and military insignias. This glowering bird of prey with an intimidating brow bone, razor-sharp beak, and terrifying talons meant to convey to the world a ferocious fight to the death, independence. But today we've got a story about a man who looked up into the trees and saw something that suggests we may have this big birdie kind of wrong.
Yeah, well, glad to connect.
This is our guy in question, Ed.
Ed Britton.
He's a wildlife biologist who works for the government helping to protect a stretch of forest alongside the Mississippi River in Illinois. And one chilly day in January of 2013, he was patrolling the banks near this part of the river where the water rushes over a huge dam. Almost like a waterfall.
That water is busting over that dam.
And so are fish. Which means at the bottom of that waterfall,
all the fish, they're either stunned or they're dead. And that attracts hundreds of bald eagles. There's so much food there, it's all you can eat.
And that January day, Ed looks up into the trees above the dam and sees something
strange.
It looks like there are 3 bald eagles sitting together near one nest.
Yes.
And to Ed's eye, it appears to be 1 female and
2 males.
But he thought there was no way that could be because everything he'd learned in his scientific training said that if you were to put 2 males nearby each other,
there's going to be trouble.
They were said to squawk and claw so viciously, it sometimes resulted in death.
That's how territorial they are.
And this reputation for do-or-die aggression is one of the main reasons the Founding Fathers chose the bald eagle as America's national symbol back in 1782.
I think maybe the first Europeans that came here, seeing the power of eagles,
That's Natani Means, a hip-hop artist who's indigenous, native to this land. And he says that his ancestors from the Oglala Lakota and Dene tribes had admired the bald eagle long before the founding fathers showed up.
The eagle, to us, is very sacred.
Though for slightly different reasons.
It's the highest in the sky. It's the closest to Creator.
It was seen as a messenger between worlds and a healer.
We carry eagle feathers that can help in healing ceremonies. They take a lot of our illnesses away.
Now, the founding fathers weren't as focused on the potential healing in the feathers as they were in the potential fight in the talons, so they began carving images of the bird on swords and battleships to warn the world that they were not afraid to fight to the death to protect their newly claimed territory.
So they were up in a tree about 100 feet high.
So back to Ed, squinting up at what seemed to be two male bald eagles and a female cozying up together. He just couldn't quite believe what he was seeing.
It's so difficult because that nest is so high up.
And then the nesting season ends, the birds fly away, and he figures that's probably it.
Mm-hmm.
Except the next year, he swears he sees the trio again. And the next year?
Again.
Now, people didn't always believe Ed when he told them what he was seeing. But then, in 2016, this trio of bald eagles happened to flutter down and begin nesting in a tree that was next to a webcam.
I just thought that cam was so unique.
This is Nell, a webcam watcher from Jacksonville, Florida.
You know, because eagles don't usually three's company.
And in an instant, there was no more doubt. The three ferocious birds of prey were living peacefully as a trio.
I think people were just coming together over that fact that it was something different.
Another cam watcher, Christine from New Hampshire.
It was great to be able to look in on it and say, wow, what the heck's going on now, you know?
It was quickly confirmed that it was indeed two males and a female.
The female's bigger. You know, she's several pounds bigger. I call her the boss.
Webcam viewers named her
Hope.
And they named the males
Valor 1
and
Valor 2.
Valor meaning like courage?
Yes, uh-huh.
How do you tell the males apart?
You know, we don't like to body shame them, but they call Valor 1 skinny legs. And
Okay. Does Valor 2 have any look?
he has a dark spot in his eye, and it's very unique.
Ooh. Thousands of people started tuning in.
I had them on my computer from the time I turned the computer on to the time I turned the computer off.
Watching in crystal clear detail this thing that scientists and patriots thought could never happen. I mean, did you ever see it where all three of them were like snuggled into the nest
yes,
together
yes,
at the same
absolutely.
Yeah?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Wow. By day, they took turns tidying the nest, bringing one another food.
Mostly fish, but we also saw ducks.
Whole ducks?
Yep. We saw parts of deer.
And after many cold winter nights keeping each other warm in that nest, come February, 3 white eggs appeared. Doo, doo, doo. Would they hatch? Find out after this short break.
Hey, it's John Moe, and I host Depression Mode and Sleeping with Celebrities, and I'm here with Max Fun Member of the Month, Kara Barnett.
Hi, John. It's great to talk to you.
We appreciate your support, Kara. How long have you been listening to the show?
I've been listening to Depression Mode since the first promo came out with Patton Oswalt. I've been listening since the very first episode.
Now, Kara, as our Max Fun Member of the Month, you'll be getting some prizes here. A $25 gift card to the Maximum Fun store, a special Member of the Month bumper sticker, and get this, a parking spot at Max Fun headquarters in Los Angeles just for you, just for a month or so.
Well, that's so exciting. If only I lived in Los Angeles. But I got my eye on some stuff in the Max Fun store.
Kara Barnett, thank you for being a listener, and congratulations on being this month's Member of the Month.
I hear the Member of the Month promos all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I can't wait for my friends who listen to Max Fun shows to hear me on the radio, because I haven't told any of them.
Support the shows you love, including this one. Check the show notes for a link or go to MaximumFun.org/join.
Hello, this is Alden Ford.
And Mujan Zulfagari.
Two of the creators of Mission to Zix, your favorite improvised, obsessively sound-designed sci-fi sitcom here on the Max Fun Network. And the news is...
We're back! With an all-new miniseries set in the Zix universe, The Young Old Durf Chronicles.
Yeah.
Will Durf find his own killer before it's too late?
Ooh.
To find out how that question could possibly make sense, well,
Sure.
you just have to tune in.
Yeah, and as always, it's ambitious and labor-intensive to, frankly, absurd degree.
Indeed.
So, if you are looking for a little break from your own galaxy, we would love for you to check it out.
That's The Young Old Durf Chronicles. Search Mission to Zix, ZYXX, in your podcast app.
Or on MaximumFun.org.
Keep it fresh.
Terrestrials is back. It is now early spring in Illinois, and up about 100 feet in a nest, 3 bald eagle parents have just welcomed, on camera for all the world to see, 3 baby eaglets.
You know, they were so tiny, and so adorable.
Yes, indeed.
And as biologist Ed watches these 3 parents caring for their babies, 2 of them standing guard while one goes off to hunt, all 6 of the birds nuzzling down in the nest at night.
They were the happiest family.
He starts thinking about why this unusual trio actually makes sense. Because, see, Hope had been trying to make a family for years before she linked up with the 2 daddies. And this is a little sad, but she had a hard time. Her babies sometimes got cold or fell out of the nest when she was away hunting, and they didn't always make it.
Yeah, it was awfully sad.
And those losses were huge, because bald eagles had been endangered, almost extinct, so every birth mattered.
Where I grew up in southern Illinois, we never saw bald eagles. That was back in the 40s and the 50s. I'm elderly.
Humans had almost wiped out bald eagles from hunting them, cutting down their forests, using chemicals. But as Ed grew up, he was a part of the group of people who tried everything they could think of to save bald eagles. They protected forests and banned hunting of bald eagles and stopped using chemicals that harmed them. But looking up at the trees, he realized it was like this trio of eagles had come up with a brilliant technique all of their own.
To be able to witness it, that's the miracle. You know, it doesn't have to be a traditional family for it to work.
And by June, as the forest turned soft with green leaves, one by one, each of the 3 eaglets with newly lanky wings tested the air and leapt away.
So long, Mom and Dad, I've had a blast. Now I'm leaving this nest. So long, Mom and Dad, it's been real, it's been fun, but now I gotta run. And I may fly, so I'm saying goodbye. Gonna start a new life full of wild excitement and danger.
Year after year, those 3 parents stay together, fledging more and more eaglets and in the process challenging scientists' notions about what a natural family looks like. Until one cold evening in March, Hope screams out.
Eagles, when they alert, they have a certain call to one another.
That's webcam watcher Nell again.
I saw Hope looking up into the sky, and you could see she was tracking. And then she started doing her alert call to her partners to come, to come see what's going on.
And what's going on is that 2 stranger eagles were dive bombing the nest, attacking Hope and her 2 newest babies.
Our phone lines light up.
with people saying,
"Oh my gosh, something terrible's just happened. You've got to get out there and do something."
Ed flips on his live feed of the cam and sees
a very large bird, which we believe to be a female, was on the back of Hope.
Her talons were digging into Hope's shoulders.
There's no dads on the nest.
The dads are both down on the ground fighting off the other invading eagle.
The two babies, they didn't look good.
They looked scared of this huge eagle attacking their mom.
I wanted to reach through the computer monitor and grab that other eagle, is what I wanted to do.
And they struggled for over an hour.
The last thing I saw was Hope and her going off the nest. They basically dragged one another off one side of the nest and went down to the ground.
Ed and his team rush out into the forest to search around on the ground for Hope. But meanwhile, up in that nest, those babies are all alone.
It looked like they hadn't been fed for a while. They were ragged. They were weak.
And then suddenly,
I saw the dads taking over, Valor 1 and Valor 2, like little troopers.
The dads fly back up into the nest to defend their babies.
It was such a relief that they were there.
But right on their tails are the two invading eagles. They return and they keep attacking.
They wanted to kill everything up there and take the nest over.
The sun rises, and the attackers keep at it for days, weeks. But those dads?
They just defended that nest with their lives, not caring what happened to them, but caring for those little baby eaglets.
Oh.
And the two dads, Valor 1 and Valor 2, very valiantly fought off this pair of eagles.
Wow.
And after about 3 weeks, the attacks finally ended.
Hope was never seen again. Nobody's sure exactly what happened to her, but those two dads stayed with their babies as the air grew warm, as yellow and purple flowers began poking their way up through the dirt and kids began fishing on the Mississippi River. The dads kept watch over their chicks, bringing them food and keeping them warm at night, until finally, come June,
the two chicks ended up growing and leaving the nest. It was extremely happy. Yes, indeed. We gave him the Greatest Dads Award of the Year.
Ed says he was totally shocked by how things unfolded, by how caring and collaborative the two dads were together.
And this is just one incredible survival story that I would have never fathomed in my career.
There's a lot that people don't know about eagles.
This is Natani again.
They're very compassionate.
And what Ed learned from watching the trio, Natani learned from his family and culture.
The first time I saw an eagle, he was huge, man, huge. I went home and I told my dad, hey, I seen an eagle today. And then he sat me down and he said, when an eagle chooses a mate, they're together for life. They're always taking care of the family.
It was then that Natani first learned about the bald eagle's softer side, how the creature isn't only about fighting.
But it's also a symbol of love and relationship.
And that's why in the Lakota tradition, you can earn a bald eagle feather if you do something particularly caring.
It could be a lot of things, It could be, being a social worker or a nurse that saves lives. Just anything you do that's selfless, not for yourself, but for the people, so the people may live.
Natani gets some eagle feathers out that he got from different ceremonies and begins brushing them over his face.
It feels good, gives you chills.
And he tells me about a really bad day a few years back when he just felt lonely, like no one cared about him.
I was sitting right here in this spot. There was a bunch of eagle feathers hanging right here. I was like, I got eagle feathers protecting me. These eagle feathers protecting me.
A song started coming to him.
So then I just started writing, and it just came out.
Got these eagle feathers protecting me. Yeah, got these eagle feathers protecting me. Got these eagle feathers.
He said that when he thinks about how these creatures behave in myths and the wild.
When I fan myself off, when I bring these over my face, it's like I feel a connection to these birds. And this might sound funny or might sound off, but I feel a connection to my ancestors. I do. Like, I don't have to be lost because I feel love.
Eagle feathers protecting me. Eagle feathers protecting me. Yeah, got these eagle feathers protecting me.
When I tell him the story of how caring those dads in the trio were observed to be, he's not surprised.
Oh, no, yeah. Science is catching up to indigenous philosophy for sure.
Protecting me.
Now, as for the end of our eagle story, when a trio loses one of its members, that's it for the trio, right?
Oh, no.
Because it turned out that the next fall, the two dads returned with a new female.
And we were just going, how did you do that?
So if I went right now, like, could I peek?
You sure could. Yep.
I pull up the live feed of the nest. So I'm looking at it right now. So I see this. It's winter, so it's a tree without leaves, and there are all these. And some 4 years later, that new trio is still together. As Ed and I talked, we could see them up there in the nest together. And I see the white head and the yellow beak of an eagle.
She's just laying eggs.
Wow. All told, the two dads have lived together in a trio for about a decade, fledged about 20 eaglets, and been a part of the story that, along with some human help, brought the number of bald eagles back from near extinction and got them off the endangered species list.
Yeah. I look at this as probably one of the greatest wildlife success stories that we've ever had in the United States.
And as for that trio, being an outlier, is that the only trio of bald eagles there is?
It is not.
That's Crystal Slesher. She works for the American Eagle Foundation. And in her spare time, she's an amateur birder. Do you have a pair of binoculars around your neck?
I carry a pair of binoculars in my car.
Well, one day, about 4 years ago, Crystal was out fishing with her husband.
In Dandridge, Tennessee.
On a lake.
I knew about a nest there prior to going fishing, and I've checked it out a couple times, and I never really saw anything abnormal. But the day that I was out there, I saw 3 eagles perched together.
And they seemed calm, almost familiar with each other. And when she got a better look through her binocs, it looked to her like
2 males and 1 female.
Another trio. And while Crystal says
they're not really famous, they're certainly not a Valor 1, Valor 2
level of celebrity.
Right.
She says they do have their own local fans who have photographed them and named the female Bandit. And she hopes one day they too can get a webcam. And so those 2 trios, that's it though, right? That we know about?
Oh, definitely not. There was some observed in Alaska in 1977, in Minnesota in 1983.
There is a trio in New York.
And then in California in 1992.
There's one in Arkansas.
Both Crystal and Ed, after first learning about their trios, started geeking out on research and found buried in the footnotes of science books and history books these occasional other sightings of bald eagle trios. And they realized that maybe this quote-unquote cooperative nesting, as the scientists call it, was not nearly as uncommon as they thought.
I think we'd probably be amazed if we really knew all of the unique things that happened with wildlife, because we just don't know the secrets in their life.
Ed says this whole experience really flipped his understanding of bald eagles, helped him to see that in a certain way, he had been blinded by the eagle on the quarter, blinded by the story of the bird as a ferocious and independent being. Would you ever call what's happening between these birds love?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, you would?
Oh, absolutely.
You would?
Yes, indeed.
You don't shy away from that word?
Not
between
whatsoever.
Animals?
No.
Huh.
It's family bonding, and that happens. Love is family. I see nothing wrong with saying loving animals.
All right. Thanks so much, Ed. Oh no. Songbud's got a mohawk and an electric guitar.
I want to hear the eagle. Now multiply that by threegle. Yeah, I want to hear the eagle. Now I want to hear all threegle. I know it's not only me, Eagle. I'm sure you agree, Eagle. Would be awesome to see, Eagle. All of them up in a tree, Eagle. Or in the sky flying threegle. So I'm down on my eagle. I'm begging a Eagle. I want to hear the eagle. Not a honey beagle. Not a manatee eagle. Yeah, I want to hear the eagles. I want to hear the eagle. Now multiply that by threegle. I want to hear the eagle. And now I want to hear all threegle.
Alan Gufinski, everyone. Terrestrials was created by me, Lulu Miller, with WNYC Studios. It is produced by the very talented, like talons, Ana Gonzalez and Alan Gufinski, and me. With help from Susie Lechtenberg, Sarah Sandbach, Natalia Ramirez, Miriam Bernard, Joe Plord, Diane Kelly, and Sarita Bott. Sound design and additional editorial guidance by Mira Bertwin-Tonic. Our advisors are Theanne Griffith, Aaliyah Elijah, Liza Steinberg-Demby, Tara Welty, and Dominique Shabazz. Terrestrials is supported in part by Science Sandbox, an initiative of the Simons Foundation. Special thanks this episode to Abigail Miller, Laurel Braitman, Stan Busan, Molly Webster, and Maria Paz Gutierrez. And that's it. You should stop listening. Why are you still listening? Who listens to... What's that?
Excuse me, I have a question.
Me 2.
Me 3. Me 4.
The Badgers. Listeners with badgering questions for the expert. Are you ready?
Yep.
Hi, my name is Huxley, and I'm 7 years old, and my question is, why don't bald eagles have butts?
Well, they do have butts. I've seen many bald eagle butts. I'm not proud of that, but I have seen many bald eagle butts.
Hi, my name is Sayang, and I'm 12. My question is, what is an average wingspan of an eagle?
8 feet.
Whew, that's like a person and a half.
Yeah.
My name is Woody, and I am 6 years old. Can I have a pet bald eagle?
Only if it's a stuffed animal.
Hi, it's Jamie Lee Curtis. What is the strangest thing you've ever seen on the webcam?
We've got these little mice that run around, and they just aggravate the heck out of the eagles.
Wait, there's actual mice?
There's mice in the nest, yes.
But why don't the eagles eat them?
They're too fast.
Why would a mouse live up there, of all places? That feels so dangerous.
There's lots of food up there. It's kind of like a hide-and-seek game, I think, for the mice.
Man.
I think they enjoy it.
You've buried the lead. Maybe the story here to tell is about those mice. Wow. Gonna leave it there with the world's most brazen mice that choose to live inside a bald eagle nest and not tell you the super gross thing that because bald eagles don't have teeth, they slurp down the creatures they eat whole and then spit out their bones, hair, and scales in a lovely pellet. And some people even theorize they swallow rocks to use as gross rock teeth inside their gizzards to help them with the chewing. Not gonna tell you that, because I'm nice. If you would like to badger our next expert, visit our website at terrestrialspodcast.org. We also have activity sheets there and drawing prompts and funny videos of the songbud, and we'd love if you stop by. Thanks so much for listening. Catch you in a couple spins of this lumpy, old planet of ours.